Welcome back to the Bald Guy and the Fat Boy podcast. I'm the Bald Guy, joined by my buddy, the Fat Boy.
Roll Tide.
And we're coming to you tonight. We just got through watching the Super Bowl. So that's probably going to be the first thing we talk about. For the Cowboys not being in it, it was a pretty good game.
I got the result I wanted. As long as San Francisco didn't win, I didn't care.
You didn't care? I mean,
How
it's an
about
overtime Super Bowl. That's pretty good.
well, the this will come later on in the show, but I enjoyed the overtime golf more than I did the overtime Super Bowl.
You can get overtime golf all the time. The Super Bowl
Yeah,
is one time a year, man.
problem is in golf, I don't necessarily have a player anymore. Tiger's retired, about to be over half retired, and then I barely like Kansas City, and I can't stand San Francisco. I mean, the only thing I wish they would win is a tiddlywink contest.
Well, now that Kansas City has won another one, they've gone back to back. So next year they'll try for the three-peat. It's never been done. Yeah. So you think it's time that they're going to be villains now? Are we moving into villain territory?
Not for me.
Not for you. You're still good with them?
I don't. I mean, I'd rather them win it than about. I could think of 10 other teams that I'd rather see not win it before them.
Oh, well, yeah, but you're talking about NFC teams.
Well, no, I mean, most of them are NFC teams, but there's a couple of AFC teams I don't want to see winning anymore either.
Who?
No, I don't care if New England ever wins another one.
Well, it'll be a long time. Don't worry.
As long as I'm alive.
Okay.
No, I don't want to ever see them win one.
Good on that.
Huh?
You're probably good on that.
Yeah. Let me think. Don't ever want to see Cleveland win one. Never want to see.
Don't you ever want to see Cleveland win one? What's your problem with Cleveland?
Don't ever want to see Houston win one, because
maybe in trouble. Maybe in trouble on that one.
Yeah, I know. There's a bunch, but there's several I don't want to see win.
Why Cleveland?
Why Cleveland? Because do you have any idea if Cleveland were to win the Super Bowl, how bad that would make the Cowboys look? Well, we won since '96, and they've never won one. You mean to tell me we can't win another one before, as bad as the Cleveland Browns are?
Maybe we can't. Maybe not.
I'm just saying but you asked for my reason. That's my reason.
That's your reason is you feel like we should be better than a lot of these other organizations.
For sure, 1,000% better.
I feel like that too. We should be, but
the fact that we ain't won since '96, and then the Cleveland were to win one, that would be embarrassing. So
might be time to be embarrassed.
Well, I already am, because Dak plays for our team. But it is just what it is.
Okay, Dak plays for our team. You're right.
Yeah, I talked to the hockey intern today, and we both agree about one thing for sure. Your opinion on Dak Prescott, between me and the hockey intern, we have decided that you are wrong. And we really enjoyed that conversation together.
We'll see. I'm glad y'all are turning on your quarterback that almost won the MVP this year.
Well, this was my first year to turn on him. The hockey intern's been turned on him since about after the end of season one for him. He didn't never really like
the end of season one. As a rookie going to the playoffs, he was done.
For whatever reason, he never saw a thing in Dak Prescott from the very beginning. I got to give him credit for that. It took me a lot.
That's the reason he's the hockey intern and not the football intern, right there.
Well, maybe the fact he's a hockey intern is the fact he knew early that Dak Prescott sucks at football.
Sucks at football. This is just a horrible take by you. It really is.
Okay, well, I may have a horrible take, but I'm not the only one with it.
So. I mean, it's not your first. It won't be your last. We'll just move on.
That's probably true. But to get back to the Super Bowl, I never did see an official proposal from Travis Kelce to Taylor Swift. So there was a bet that he was going to propose to her at the Super Bowl. So
some people think they're already married.
Oh, is that true? I have no idea.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying there's some people that think they already are.
If there was anything that would ever turn me off of the Kansas City Chiefs, it would fast and a quick, big old hurry. It'd be Taylor Swift.
Why? Why would Taylor Swift affect how you care about football at all?
Because just not a fan, not a Swiftie.
Why? You look like you would be. I don't understand.
Why do I look like I would be? I
No,
look like a
why
young
are you
teenage,
not a fan? Because you look like you would be. I could see you being
I look like a young teenage girl to you.
We could get
Don't
you.
don't
Hey,
answer that question. Never mind.
we could get you a Swifty hat to where
No,
you
I'm
can
good.
just wear it every once in a while too. Throw it in the mix.
I'm good.
Why?
So
No, you can't. Oh, hold on. You're not just gonna go by that. I mean, I'm not a super fan of her, but it's not like I don't like her. So you're gonna have to explain why you don't like Taylor Swift.
that's the simplest thing you've ever asked.
Okay.
I can answer the question in one thing. The fact that her going to football games made normal people have to pay, and some abnormal people have to pay more to go to the football game because she was in attendance.
How did she affect prices at all?
She just did. Her mere presence, her
Mere presence.
popularity made ticket prices go up over 30%. This is a proven fact.
So you
Over
hate her
30%.
because she's popular?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you sit at the cool kids table in school, would they?
She
Is
didn't
that
just
what it
stay.
is?
She
Really?
didn't just stay her ticket raising ass at home.
She didn't raise the tickets.
No, but her mere presence did, and she knew that, and she kept going anyway. So therefore, and the ticket
She's
prices
supporting
of
her boyfriend. Oh my goodness.
the ticket prices for the Super Bowl, that is something else. That's another good reason for the UFL
You
because
said this, and this is another dumb take.
the minimum ticket price to get in the Super Bowl was $7,200. The maximum ticket price to go to the Super Bowl was $44,000. That is the
That's not
dumbest
true. A
thing.
suite's like 2 point something.
Well, I'm just saying 44,000 was the maximum price ticket. I watched a report on this.
Okay.
And that bugs me, bald guy, because that just totally eliminates normal people from getting to go see something that's great. So
Normal people have been eliminated from going to the Super Bowl for years now.
Well, all I can tell them
Years.
is they can go to WrestleMania for a reasonable price and get just as good a show.
You know, there's bad takes on here, and you can't hold it against the NFL because you're broke.
No, I can.
That's not their fault.
They have priced the common man out of NFL football. They are running over the lower class because they are so far stuck up their own butts for money and profit that they don't care about the little guy anymore. And I can't believe
you think the NFL was ever about anything other than money and profit?
Yeah, I do.
You think any of these sports are ever about any of that?
There was a time when I think that. I think it's been a long time since it was that, but I do think there was a time it was that.
Okay, I don't do this a lot. I probably do it more than I realize, but that's dumb. That is a dumb take. You don't think if your precious fake UFL or whatever it is could get $7,500 for a ticket, they wouldn't charge it?
Well, they might, but they can't.
Exactly, because it's subpar football. Nobody wants to see it.
But for the juggernaut that it is the NFL, they should not be pricing the common man out of football.
And most of that is ticket resale. That's not the NFL setting tickets.
Don't care. The NFL can control that.
No,
and the fact that they don't makes them the evil corporation. And for you to sit there and for you to sit there and defend them makes me even madder than the fact that they do it.
Yeah, because I'm a capitalist. I like the capitalist system.
Yeah, but
supply and demand here, buddy.
Your capitalist ain't making any money off this, so why are you arguing for them? It'd be one thing
if you way free markets work, supply and demand.
Understand them, but just because it's a free market don't mean it's right.
I don't think you understand that. Of course it's right. You can't charge more than people are willing to pay.
Yeah, but that's I mean, see, that eliminates the little guy and I'm not about eliminating the little guy.
Well, the little guy doesn't need to go to the Super Bowl.
Sure, he does. You just don't think that.
Why do you think that? Why does the little guy deserve to? First of all, they're going to have to fly, so they're going to have to afford a damn plane ticket to be able to go to wherever this thing is. It's a week-long event. I mean, if you're broke, you don't have any business going to the Super Bowl. That's not what that's for. It's on Paramount Plus or Peacock or whatever we just watched it on. Keep your butt at home. You can watch the game better.
I get your point, but my point's just as valid as your point.
No, it's wrong. If you can't afford the experience costs a lot. If you can't afford the experience, stay home and watch the game.
I totally disagree with you, but I understand your point.
I mean, I don't understand. What do you think they should do? Just have like this charity for broke people to be able to go?
I think they do it in New York. It's called rent control. They just ought to have ticket control the same way people have rent control.
Yeah, talk to people about rent control in New York.
Well, I can't help it. I mean, just because they think it sucks, I think the people that have it are pretty happy. So therefore,
isn't that pretty dumb too? If you have an apartment building, an apartment's rent, average rent is, let's say in New York, $2,500 a month, and somebody locked it in the 70s and they're paying $700 a month. I mean, isn't that crap if your apartment's worth $2,700 a month that you can't raise the rent?
No, I don't think so. I think
those people should be making more money. Inflation's gone up. The whole economy's gone up. I mean,
but you asked me what I wanted. That's what I want. I want rent control in Super Bowl ticket price.
Well, how does that work? They're the same that they were in the 60s and the 70s. If you ever buy a ticket, you could just lock it in.
Now that you mentioned it, great idea.
Right. Now, you know what happens? You lock that ticket in, you get it for that price, and now you resell it for $7,500.
Well,
and then it still costs $7,500 to go.
Well, if they're going to do that, then they don't get to go.
You know what I hate? Let me tell you, I hate.
Go.
I hate people that bitch about something and don't have a good answer for it, a good solution. I just want it to be cheaper and better, and I don't know how to get there.
Yeah. Well, let's boil it down to this. I would like to go, and I can't afford to go, and that pisses me off.
Now, I understand that. I can deal with that. Just say that. Don't say the tickets cost too much and they're evil for charging this or nothing like that. Say,
well, they are.
I want to go and I still have the money.
They are evil for charging it.
They're not the ones charging it most of the time. Again, they're being resold.
I can't help that. They can control that.
It's being resold. If you got lucky to have enough money to get a ticket, and then last minute you couldn't go, and you wanted to sell your ticket, and somebody was willing to give you more than you paid for it, why is that a problem?
It just hurts the people like me that'll never get to go, and I don't like it.
Again, well, start a GoFundMe or something. I mean,
I don't want to give you a ticket. For charity. I'm asking for fairness. There's a big difference between charity and fairness.
No, because you're not asking for fairness.
I'm asking for fairness. You just don't think it's fairness.
What is fair about it?
The fact that they don't price
people think that they should just have tickets that anybody in the country should go. It should be like a lottery system. You buy the lottery system, you draw your name and you can go.
Yes. What I think they ought to do is have a section for just that very thing.
They do. They do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus.
No, sir. I'm talking about the real experience for a reasonable price, and you cannot get it.
You cannot get the Super Bowl experience. That's right, because so many people want to go. So it goes down to where people with more money get to go.
Just because you think that's right, don't make it right.
I don't think it's right to hinder what they could charge. You can't tell them what their product's worth. You don't even know what a good number would be. You don't know what a good price would be.
You come up with good ideas, and then when I like your idea, then you start poo-pooing out in your own idea. I think they ought to have a section, have a lottery. People under a certain amount of household money ought to be able to win that lottery and get to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, that's fine, but what would the lottery
You,
tickets cost?
huh?
And then they get to keep the revenue from everybody that does it. So let's say they have a lottery and you put in and say you could buy a chance in a Super Bowl ticket for $20. You can buy as
Yes.
many entries as you want to.
Yes.
And there's 100 seats. There's 100 seats. Everybody
No,
around the
there's
country gets to do
there's
it.
1,000 seats.
No, it's 100.
I like 1,000 better because that means it's more fair. That stadium hold 80,000.
Oh, now you're trying to tell them how many tickets they got to reserve for this. I think the
Yes, man, you're not making the section big enough.
it still has to be profitable. You would not care if you were one of the 100.
I would care.
No, you would not. If somebody called and said, "Hey, you won,"
now I already care.
if somebody said, "Hey," if somebody called you and said, "Hey, you got a ticket for next year's Super Bowl," we saw the episode. We want to bring you out. We're gonna fly you out. We're gonna pay for your hotel, and we're gonna put you up at the Super Bowl next year. But it's costing us $10,000 to do that.
Okay.
You would take that in a heartbeat.
I just asked for that.
But I'm saying you would take that if somebody was like, "Hey,
I just asked for it in a lottery. You didn't hear me ask for it.
But you said, well, a while ago, you said you don't want charity.
That's not charity. That's as long as I pay something for it to win the chance.
I'm saying a different scenario. The lottery, you didn't like there only be 100 seats, and otherwise your lottery ticket's going to have to be so expensive. You're going to call that being evil and greedy too.
Okay? No, I like that. Give 1,000 seats for $20 ticket.
It's 100 seats.
Well, I like 1,000 because more people like me get to go.
But they don't care. Listen, they don't care if people like you get to go.
That's my point. You keep making my point for me.
I agree with you. Nobody cares if people like you get to go to the Super Bowl.
You come up with a good system. You just need to widen your parameters just a hair, and I'll be happy.
Hey, take what you could get. If they would do 100 tickets.
Well, 100 tickets. I don't think it's enough. I think 1,000.
You still got a shot. You think that's the only way you're going to get to go? You still got a shot.
Maybe, but I like 1,000 better. That's just my. I'm gonna keep standing on it. That 80,000 seats, 1,000 tickets. That's what is 80,000?
Stop there. Why not make it 50%? 40,000. Let's do 40,000.
No. I think 1,000's enough.
100. Give the everyday person a chance, but don't just do. You do this. You've got to let enough people enter the lottery because it's not going to be capped. So you could do all the entrants you want, right? But make sure it includes airfare, hotel stay,
that's my whole plan. You'd have to do all that. But there's enough people out there that could get that done. I don't have a problem with that. Long as I'm not just getting it for free. I'll buy my 5 tickets, and if I win, I win.
Listen to me. We've been friends for quite a while. Okay? Now, this episode might stop that, but we've been friends for quite a while, okay? And you can tell me what you want to, but I know you well enough. If somebody called and said, "Hey, you know what, fat boy? I'm giving you tickets. I'm giving you airfare. I'm giving you a place to stay out there so you could go to the Super Bowl," you would not think twice about accepting charity from somebody and taking your butt to the Super Bowl. Do not act like you're above taking that. I would take it.
Okay. We're having 2 different conversations here. I agree with that scenario. Yes, okay. I would take it. I agree with that scenario. But you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm being serious about your little idea about the lottery system. I think it ought to be more people than 100. You just don't disagree with that. I don't know why, but I think it ought to be more people than 100. But the lottery system's a good idea.
It could be. You know who used to do a good lottery system?
I have no idea.
The Ryder Cup, things like that. You know what they do now? You go in there and they pretty much send it to everybody. Hey, you've been awarded a chance to get it. And then you get on and man, first time I did it, I was excited.
All I was trying to do was make the experience more. But I agree with your airfare and your motel. I agree with all that. You
have to do that because broke people cannot go to the Super Bowl. It's everything around it.
That's my point. I mean, you don't have just to be broke. I mean, that's more. That's literally. I mean, the 7,200. My first three cars together didn't cost that much.
I know. That's
And
almost
then
the first house I bought. I got you.
my whole point is that just. I mean, to go to be able to go to a pro football game, that just seems asinine to me. So therefore,
But no, it's not a pro football game. It's the pro football game.
well, it may be the or a. I
No,
don't
it's
care.
the.
It just ain't fair. And here's another thing. I think the teams in it should affect your lottery. Like if you've been a lifetime Cowboy fan all your life and the Cowboys are in it, then I think you ought to get a better chance at it because that's your team.
How you gonna prove that?
I don't know.
Okay, then.
I'm not here to work out all logistics. I'm just here to tell you what I want.
No.
And for it to be 7,200 to 44,000 is just asinine to me. And until they get that fixed, I'm not a big fan of the Super Bowl. The next time I'll be a big fan of the Super Bowl is when the Dallas Cowboys are in it. Well, hopefully to God without Dak Prescott. Because if we made it to the Super Bowl with Dak Prescott, he's going to throw us out of it. So
didn't Mahomes throw an interception tonight?
I don't know. He won the game. That's all that matters to me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll remember that when Dak wins the game. Just apply that same logic there, buddy.
When he throws us out of games, we very rarely win them.
Well, I'm just saying, whenever that happens, I don't want to hear.
Throws us out of a game, he throws us all the way the hell out of the game.
If he throws an interception, you're going to go, oh, you know what? It was all his mistakes. The team overcome. We won in spite of Prescott. We didn't win because of it.
That sounds just like something I'd say.
Yeah, I know. And then here you go, the best quarterback in the league. Everybody agrees. Throws an interception in the Super Bowl.
No, not everybody agrees.
Different. You don't think he's the best quarterback in the league?
No.
Who would you put above Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, I thought you meant Dak Prescott. Yes, I mean, yes. I think you
were supposed to have a really hot take. You were going to tell me there was another quarterback.
Talking about Dak Prescott. I think Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Yes. Yeah. I don't know if he's the top of the best quarterbacks.
He's the best right now.
I mean, he might be tied for second. He might be tied for first. There might be a three-way tie.
Three-way tie for the first.
Out
of those three people, he's the only back-to-back Super Bowl winner.
Well, I know out of 32 teams, I mean, there's only a couple that are about the same as him, and one of them's in Buffalo, and one of them's probably in Baltimore.
The one in Buffalo can't beat him.
One in Buffalo, one in Baltimore. I think they're all. I just think they're all on the same level, even though they.
No, they're not on the same level.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they are. They have the same. They pretty much have the same amount of talent between the three of them.
Different talent, but you got to remember at this point, Mahomes' experience in the postseason trumps what either one of those two have had and been able to see and do.
I don't disagree. I mean, he may, as of today, he may be higher than them.
Okay, best quarterback in the NFL.
Going into this game, it was him, the boy from Buffalo, and the boy from Baltimore.
And he doesn't have two more Super Bowls than both of those before today.
Well, I'm just telling you that's what I feel. I'm going into today.
Say it with me. Say it with me.
This podcast was not meant to be only what Charlie liked.
I know.
I mean, I'm getting argued about every opinion I have. I mean, I'm allowed to have my own opinion whether you like it or not.
I know you do, and that's fine. We're coming back around, but just say this with me. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. You agree with me?
Yes, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback as of right now. Not before this game, though.
All right, okay, we agree. It's been a great episode, everybody. We finally got on the same page. I love to do that. Is there anything else you wanted to cover tonight?
My favorite golf tournament went to double overtime in Phoenix. It's the Waste Management where they got the stadium.
Love to go to that one. I would love to go to that.
Yeah, and guess what? You can afford to go to that.
No, I can't.
Even with airfare and motel, you can still afford it.
I cannot.
You can. You just may not want to spend the money, but you can afford it. where you can't go to the Super Bowl. So therefore,
We're
another
in Texas. It would cost you $3,500 to go, maybe $4,000.
to Phoenix,
Yes.
fly out to Phoenix, find a cheap
Why?
motel.
Stay. But you got to remember now the Waste Management's in town. Hotels triple the price.
Yeah, but you get Airbnb. It's real simple. I did it with my wife. So I'm just telling you, it's at least
Y'all went to the
affordable.
Waste Management?
Huh?
Y'all went to the Waste Management?
Oh, we went to Denver, but we did Airbnb in Denver.
What year did y'all
But
go?
I don't remember. So anyhow, we're finishing up the conversation with the fact that Nick Taylor, a Canadian-born, actually he lives in Phoenix. He won the Waste Management in double overtime against Charlie Hoffman. It was a good tournament. It's one of my favorite tournaments of the year because the whole 16, all the crowd yelling and booing.
So what hole did they do the playoff on? Did they do hole 16?
No, they do the play. They do the playoff on hole 18 until somebody wins.
They should do it at 16.
I agree with you 100%.
Stadium hole, bring them through there. Let's go.
Yeah, they don't do that though. They play them on 18, but there's a lot of people on 18 too to yell or boo. But and then they play 18 till somebody wins. And Nick Taylor won it against Charlie Hoffman in double the second playoff hole. And that to me that tournament was a whole lot better than the crappy, expensive Super Bowl we ever thought about being.
I think the Super Bowl was good. I understand you're upset with them financial or whatever.
Super
Bowl was good.
They priced the common man out of the game, and that bugs me.
Well, but that doesn't affect the fact that we had an overtime Super Bowl for two teams that we thought were going to be.
Luckily, I know you agree with this. Luckily, Kansas City won. You don't want San Francisco to win anything, do you?
No, I don't want San Francisco to win anything.
Okay, good. That's what
I also think that there's a good chance that the Chiefs just broke right over into the whole now back-to-back. Next year, they're going to try to three-peat. I think if they make it back to the Super Bowl next year, I won't be rooting for them. I think they've got to that point.
Well, it all depends on who they're playing for me. If they're playing San Francisco, Philadelphia, New York, Washington.
Well, I mean, I think we're playing the Cowboys next year, so we're going to be good.
Well, then it would automatically be I'd be rooting for the Cowboys. That's duh.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. No matter who goes, I think Kansas City's going to cross over into territory.
Are you aware what team the Kansas City Chiefs were before they were the Kansas City Chiefs?
They were like something Colts or something, right?
No, Dallas Texans.
Dallas Texans.
Yeah, they moved. That team moved to Kansas City from Dallas, and then we got an expansion team called the Dallas Cowboys later on in '61.
There you go.
They were the Kansas City franchise was the first franchise in Dallas before, but they were moved because they stunk so bad. That version stunk so bad they had to move them to Kansas City. Lamar Hunt did. Just a little fun fact for the audience out there. That all the people think I'm a dumb butt.
That's good. I don't think anybody thinks you're a dumb butt.
Yeah, you sure do go out of your way to make sure. Sometimes make sure they do.
No, I really don't mean.
I know what you're doing. You just want to get ratings. I get that.
I really don't. Well, I mean, I would like ratings. I would like everybody subscribe, leave a comment if y'all think that Fat Boy is a dumb butt or not. Leave a comment and say whether you think I attempt to make him look like one or not.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all think on that.
I can take care of myself. I appreciate it though. So anyway, other than that, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I got excited watching the Super Bowl. It was fun.
Halftime was good. Commercials were good. The game kind of.
Favorite commercial? What was your favorite commercial?
Favorite commercial? I
know what mine was, but I was
tell me
what I'll see if mine was the raisin couch potatoes one.
Yeah, I did like that one. That was about Pluto, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Pluto, but they went through there in the farm and planting TVs in front of people.
And I did notice one thing, and I'm not saying nothing bad about this, I don't remember so many. They must have been somebody with some real expensive pockets. They bought a bunch of Jesus ads during the Super Bowl this year. I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, no. What is it? What was? It's the organization had the saying at the end of it. Is it he is us or he?
Something like that. I just know
Yeah,
that they had several commercials during it. One washing people's feet, and there was another one about Jesus. Just a lot of Jesus during Super Bowl, which I don't mind. I mean, Jesus is good anytime.
it's
But
12 or 13 million dollars what they spent.
yeah, exactly. A lot of money. I mean, apparently, them people that like Jesus got a lot of money.
They do, they do. But anyway,
That's
that
good.
was okay. So that organization is funded by the Hobby Lobby people.
The Hobby Lobby people.
The
I would
Hobby
have.
Lobby family. Yeah.
That's that's neat. I just happened to notice that there were several of those.
Yeah, no, they're trying to promote the message, that while there's a lot of Christian organizations out there that concentrate on what they don't like and stuff like that, they're trying to get the message out there that Jesus loves people and that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, you saw the one, I think it was right at the start or maybe right before it started where it was like people going and washing people's feet.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I remember the most. It
Yeah,
just, yeah.
because that's the way we're
So
supposed to serve as Christians and do that. And a lot of times we try to
that's
say
what Jesus did. All he went and washed the feet. So,
that's right. And he hung out with the tax collectors and the prostitute and didn't think he was better than any of those people. And that's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of opposite of what we run into a lot of times now.
yeah. I don't know how we ended up the show with this particular
I mean,
conversation.
I wish they'd buy an ad on here. I would do an advertisement for them in a
I
heartbeat.
mean, I wish the Waffle House buy ad on here. To be honest with you, I don't care who buys an ad. Just somebody, yeah, get us an ad. We'd be happy to run it.
But
And I do like Waffle House. So
yeah.
if you're out, you're listening.
So was that it? What else? What else? Oh man, we're gonna have to have a special episode about the Mike Zimmer hire for the Cowboys. We don't have time to get into that tonight, but I want to do a special episode. We'll try to get together sometime this week, or I may throw something out if you don't have time to get together. Or you can put your thoughts out and I'll put mine. But
Well,
I
I
think
don't
that'd be
really
an
have a lot of
interesting
thoughts.
conversation.
I gotta see. I mean, it'd be nice to know how it's going to work before I have to make an opinion.
Oh, and I'll also say this: if you get a chance, I watched these last couple days, being at home, but uh, Micah Parsons Bleacher Report podcast that he does come out with about 4 or 5 episodes yesterday, and one of those is the CD Lamb episode. He has an episode with Jordan Love too, to where they like talk. He gets Jordan Love to like say what their game plan was against them and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. He did one with CJ Stroud, talking about his year and his playoff experience that he had. But the best one was he sat down with CD Lamb and they talked about how they both want to be better leaders and really move it up to the this next year and how they've got to change it, and if they see stuff going wrong they've got to speak up and step up and just be better, and that was
I
awesome.
got a feeling that there's something involved in this that supports your argument about Dak, and so therefore I'm
Well,
going
it's
to
not
hold
like
out.
any of them are gonna hate on their quarterback that they know they got, but
Okay,
anyway,
I knew there'd be some catch to that.
yeah, we'll get into that. I normally like doing stuff that favors myself, so all right. Well, guys, like, subscribe, uh, give us feedback, comment, tell us what y'all would like to hear more of, less of, and we'll just keep trying to bring content any way we can. So, you got any last
Roll,
thoughts, Fat Boy? Roll
roll
Tide.
Tide.
All right,
That's
see
all
you
I
guys next time.